Internet, Eric here. Well, we're back to doing Shocktober, 13 days of Halloween. Basically, for the next 13 days, I try to do one video a day of a horror-related movie review, however you want to call it. Today, got a good one for you, in my opinion. The one that started it all, basically. Rob Zombie's House of 1,000 Corpses. You know my channel, welcome. I discuss plot spoilers, specific scenes, what have you. I don't know when this came out. Because there are two different dates, because it was finished in a certain time and then it was released like years later. Anyways, I'll put it in the description below. Basic plot of this is we're following a group of 4 people basically going up and down America trying to write I don't know if they're writing a book or writing a blog, or no, it's not a blog because this takes place in '78, I believe, on Halloween. Just writing an article or something about roadside attractions, and they come across this gas station being run by Captain Spaulding, wonderfully played by Sid Haig, and he teaches them about Dr. Satan and how Dr. Satan was a sadistic doctor, unnecessary surgeries, that type of stuff, and how he was hung from a tree which is just down the road there. So they go and investigate. They pop a tire, and they have to meet up with Baby, wonderfully played by Sherry Moon Zombie, or just Sherry Moon at this time. She takes them to her house, and hilarity ensues. Yeah, this movie is so good. I didn't know what to expect when I first saw this. Huge fan of Rob Zombie's music. I know he is a huge fan of the horror genre. Obviously, he loves the 70s. So I didn't know what to expect out of this film, and it blew me away. The performances are fantastic from the Firefly family. They're not given that title basically until I think the next movie. But like I said, Sid Haig, perfect mixture of dangerous and hilarity. Fantastic from beginning to end. You don't know what this motherfucker is gonna say, but every time he says something, it's great. Sherry Moon is fantastic as Baby. She's hilarious and dangerous at the same time, just like I said. They're all that way, But she has this evil witch cackle that I think is great. Bill Moseley as Otis. There's no hilarity to him. He is basically an albino here with long bleach blonde hair, and he is just someone you do not mess with. I mean, when the family is getting to know the 4 people, they're like, "Where's Otis?" "Oh, he's upstairs, and he's doing something," and he's torturing the 4 cheerleaders that have been missing lately. Like, he's like cutting them with straight razors and stuff like that, and really sick shit. But again, Bill Moseley has such a presence. Every time he's on screen, you are glued to him to see what he's going to say, what he's going to do. He's amazing. Now we can get to the Karen Black plays the mom. She's just there to be creepy. Nothing special, but she's not awful. Michael McGrory as Tiny, this big motherfucker, 7 foot tall, goof. He's just there. But overall, the Firefly family and Captain Spaulding, which you find out later is part of the family, in a roundabout way, you find that out in Devil's Rejects, is really, really good. The main people we're following, the girls are interchangeable. No one cares. But the 2 guys are Chris Hardwick, who is, I guess you would say, the comic relief of the 4. He's likable. He's not overbearing. Really, really good. And then what the hell is the other guy's name? He doesn't say it. But he's one of the guys from The Office. He plays Dwight from The Office. I can't tell you what his name is. I guess he'll be the straight man. He is really good at being the nervous one. Obviously because he's the fat guy with the glasses. He's really good. I love the scene where he takes Sherry Moon home because the others want to stay with the car. And he has to change his clothes, and because he's wet, it's raining. He's sitting there uncomfortably as Sherry is dressed in like a nightie or like a t-shirt and super, super tight pants. Like, I don't want to say, how do you say that? Basically what you would wear to bed, a nightgown. Her pants barely cover her ass, and she's trying her best to seduce him. And you can tell she's going to, if she has her way, she's going to fuck him and kill him. And he is good at being very uncomfortable. Like, she takes his glasses, I want to try on her glasses. He's like, no, I need those to see it. It's just very uncomfortable. And done really, really well. I like that. I like the way you can feel the imposing doom that these characters that are going to deal with. But you don't know when it's going to happen. You don't know what's going to happen. And I like that a lot. Soundtrack in this is really good. We have a lot of 70s stuff. We have Brick House. We have I Want to Sniff Some Glue from the Ramones. Rob Zombie's title track, House of a Thousand Corpses, one of my favorite Rob Zombie songs. And we end with his version of Brick House with Lionel Richie. So it's really, really good. A lot of people might not like how... I also say how this movie is kind of like a 90-minute Rob Zombie music video, because lots of times there are ways, he cuts randomness thrown into the film. Like, there will be a major scene happen, and then we'll just cut to like a skeleton, and like the way the colors, go in and out, like a I don't know if it's sepia or whatever it is, and then we cut back to the scene, and then we cut back to it, and like, Otis talking to the crowd or the audience, and then we cut back to the scene. So the way he cuts it could get a little annoying. People might not care for that. I didn't mind it too much. It would have been cool if there was less than that, but it's a Rob Zombie film. What do you expect? I do like a lot of some of the stuff he does decide to put in there. Like when Otis is talking about hunting down a man, or Baby's talking about hunting down a person while they're torturing somebody. The scene where someone gets tortured with a straight razor as they're playing Brick House, and the way that looks. It's done really well. The gore isn't too much. We have a couple torture scenes. We do have one scene where a person's scalp is open. We do have an absurd scene where someone's turned into like a half man, half fish. Fish boy. We'll leave it at that. Overall, I was expecting a lot more gruesome from Rob Zombie, but we don't get that. Love the ending. The ending is a total horror movie ending. A lot of people hated it. I personally liked it. It definitely deserves a rewatch, because when you realize who certain people are, like you find out Tiny is burned. He was burned by his dad. You find out who his dad is in this film if you pay attention to that flashback. Lots of fun. So there's some real creep to this. I love the scene. I was recently on an American Werewolf in New Jersey's channel, and we talked Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark. We're talking about Harold, and how creepy scarecrows can be. And I brought up the scene in this film where the group is trying to escape or to get out of the Firefly family compound, and they're driving away, and they are ambushed by people dressed as scarecrows, hiding. And the way it's shot in the rain, the way Bill Moseley howls at the moon while this is happening, is a truly terrifying moment. So there's lots of good creepiness, lots of good scares, lots of good comedy. That whole opening scene where Sid Haig is talking to his buddy in the rest stop or whatever, or the gas station, and there's an attempted robbery. And the way Sid Haig is basically, he gets a gun pointed at him, and Spaulding's this old time, my hero's John Wayne, motherfucker, because he's even got John Wayne tattooed on his arm. He's like, give me the cash, fuck you, give me the cash now, fuck your mama, fuck your sister, fuck your grandma. He doesn't care. But the way Sid pulls this off is so hilarious. The man's missed. God, one of the best scenes in the movie. Highly recommend House of a Thousand Corpses from Rob Zombie. Great performances overall. The characters are likable. Like I said, the women are interchangeable in the group of 4 would-be victims, I guess you would say. But the guys are likable. Sherry Moon Zombie is... she's great to look at, and she's really good in this. Everyone shits on her because she's in all of Rob movies, and they say she can't act. I think she's great in this. Bill Moseley is amazing. Sid Haig is amazing. Karen Black has scary teeth. But overall, highly recommend House of a Thousand Corpses, and it's what started the Firefly family trilogy, and it even gets better with Devil's Rejects, which I'll talk about sometime down the road. But that's it. Thank you for watching. Like and subscribe, all that crap. Comment below. Tell me what you think of House of a Thousand Corpses. Tell me what you think of the way Rob shoots this with like the intercuts. Like, did we really need someone talking about the skunk ape in between all this torture stuff? You know, it kind of killed the buzz, but that's just Rob. Like and subscribe. Don't know what else to say. See you in the next 13 days of Halloween. I don't know. Been rambling on. Cheers.